I'm hoping that by tomorrow afternoon that the administration sends us a bill asking us to call off the rest of the hearings as it relates to this bill as it's currently written, and you guys will rewrite it.
That's the way that Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz wrapped up last night's 3.5-hour opening round in what was supposed to be a purely informational hearing on what the impact of the spending cuts bill would be and how its provisions would be applied.
We are just trying to have a uniform 320 policy across the board. So
then it should be amended to 320 as opposed to 580, not repealed in its entirety.
It needs to be fixed. I mean, granted that.
And so we'll notify the nurses to make sure that it's clear.
But that's not the intention.
The discussion for most of the night was on savings to be realized by changes to leave policies, including changes to paternity and maternity leave, revisions to leave sharing, and cashing out of accumulated leave.
With the reversion of leave sharing to its original intended purposes, which is basically for medical emergencies, and this is just to go back to what the original intention was.
But there was confusion over the meaning of the language in some sections.
I know that English is not our first language for both of us, but read that and tell me what it says. Not the part that I added
Repeal
in.
of accrued leave. That's why I said we're going to make language changes proposal.
It's repealed. It didn't say amend. And how does it say repealed in its entirety?
Okay.
So don't say that I am trying to scare the nurses.
But
this is how
the
you wrote the
intention.
law.
And senators expressed frustration that there were no firm figures on how much each of the proposals would save.
Of the 43 million, how much is attributable to this amendment?
I'd have to go back and check what that number is. But
we've known we were going to have this hearing. Surely
Yes.
you have something in front of you that says
I
Section 7 will.
have a
and what is
ballpark figure, like maybe close to 300,000.
And some of the exchanges became unpleasant.
You're the one that's scaring the nurses that we're striking this out. The intent is 320
But oh my God,
hours.
I'm just.
I mean,
it's up there on the
we're not
whiteboard.
removing their entire leave. We're just.
But what are you
making
proposing?
We're proposing it to be consistent.
And the calls multiplied for the bill to be withdrawn and revised.
If we fix it in this forum, then it becomes the legislature that's going to be tagged with all of these things. If the governor really wanted to be prudent and responsible, I think he should withdraw the bill, work with the various HR professionals throughout this government and with the other branches of government and resubmit a clean bill, and then we'll clean slate, then we'll start over. But to submit a bill that's half-baked and force the legislature to address it at the same time we pass the budget.
I just need to have something that we can work with, that we know that is not a moving target, and knowing amounts that we're going to be saved. I will await a quick letter that you guys want to rewrite this, and I will immediately, 5 days after I receive it, and it's referred to me, schedule the next hearing on this. But otherwise, this committee stands in recess.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.